Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I want to show you my EAH book collection. If you don't know what EAH is, or EAH, EAH is a doll brand created by Mattel as a companion to the Monster High dolls. You can tell as time goes on when they start doing collaboration between Monster High and EAH and like media and stuff like that. Especially there's a character named Cupid that goes between both worlds. It's really cool. Now EAH was created in 2013. The dolls ended up having their own show, webisodes, and then they had the books, purses, backpacks, nail polish, shirts, and etc. Kind of like Monster High, but they never got as popular as Monster High, because Monster High is in their generation 3 right now, and EAH no longer exists, unfortunately. But you still can watch free episodes on YouTube. But the thing about EAH is, they're like, I think they started getting less popular when Descendants came out, which is unfortunate because Descendants is kind of the same type of story. And EAH, these are the children, the teenage children of famous storybook characters like Rapunzel, Cinderella, Ariel, the Little Mermaid. There's Hansel and Gretel, or just Hansel and Gretel in the show. But then there's like the Frog Prince, and so on. So these are the children of all those famous storybook characters. They go to EAH to learn to walk in their parents' footsteps and take over their parents' story as every generation has done. So basically, like Snow White's daughter, Apple White, is supposed to be the next Snow White. Raven Queen is supposed to be the next Evil Queen, and so on and so forth. Now I have a few dolls, not a lot of dolls. I have 4, because I started focusing more on my 3DS games at the time, so I didn't get as many of their EAH dolls. 2 I got for Christmas, and 2 I bought myself. So the ones I bought myself is the Raven Queen. There she is, Raven Queen. And this is the picnic version. She was kind of one of the budget dolls. And another reason I know that EAH was kind of not as popular as Monster High is because when I went to find the dolls growing up, I didn't see the main dolls in Toys R Us. I see more of the Monster High dolls in Toys R Us than I did EAH. So it was kind of hard to get the EAH dolls. And other times when I did see them, there was like dolls that I couldn't get time because I already got a game or something. And then here we have Dexter. I made sure to pick up a Dexter. Like, he was like one of the main dolls I wanted besides Raven. Oh yeah, and Raven Queen is a rebel. The rebels are the ones that don't want to do their stories, and the royals are the ones that want to continue their stories. Raven was the first one to not sign the Storybook of Legends. You have to sign the Storybook of Legends to say you're going to study and learn and fulfill your story. But she didn't want to, so she didn't sign it. And that kind of caused a lot of trouble between her and the students that felt like she had to do it. But there's also other students that don't want to fulfill their stories. So the original purpose of the school kind of changed a little bit because of what Raven did. Apple thinks Raven is really selfish for what she did, because if Raven doesn't become the next Evil Queen, Apple White won't become the next Snow White. So we thought, at least. But Dexter is a royal because he feels like he has to, because of his family. But he's also in love with Raven, so he's not supposed to be. And he's the son of one of the Prince Charmings in the world. There's multiple Prince Charmings in this world, apparently. He's the son of one of them. And this is the one I got for Christmas. This is Gingerbread House. And Gingerbread House is the daughter of the Candy Witch. She's also a rebel because she doesn't want to be the next Candy Witch. And she's also a baker. She really likes to bake. But people were scared to eat her food because they thought she was gonna stuff them and eat them up, you know. But she doesn't want to do that. She really just wants to be a baker. She also had a show, apparently. Like, she had like in the school's world, she had like a show that she would do. I guess she wouldn't get any views or something. I don't remember. It's been a while. Also, I had the playset also, but it's packed away. And during that same Christmas, I got Cedarwood. And Cedarwood is the daughter of Pinocchio. But she's cursed to tell the truth always. Hence the reason she's a rebel, because she does not want to do that. She wants to be her own person, and she doesn't like telling the truth all the time because she ends up hurting people's feelings. Also, look, you can't really see, but you know, she has like wood texture on the side of her face, and also like her arms and stuff. Wood texture on most of her body, which is pretty cool. And this is the Spring on Sprung version. So here is one of the Must Have dolls. I also got these towards the back then also. This is clear now. Now to compare her to one of the Earth High dolls. Their bodies are completely different. The legs are completely different. Feet. And their heads are different. That's why I really like the Earth High dolls, because their heads are so big. I really love it about the Earth High doll. So that's the technical difference between them. It's also like the stomachs, because this is where the Must Have dolls look on the side. We don't really. See, and the Earth High dolls don't look like that on the side. Which is also a similar situation. The Earth High board dolls are a lot larger in size. But I always prefer the Earth High dolls to the Must Have dolls because I like how big their heads were. But anyway, now I'm going to show you guys the books. These are the ones by Shannon Hill. This is Storybook of Legends, which has Raven Queen and Apple White on the cover. Here's the back. And I haven't read any of these yet. I read 2, but like 1 I stopped halfway through because I didn't want to read before I got the rest of them. Here's one of the ones I read. This is A Wonderlandful World, which has Maddie Hatter and Pinocchio's daughter on it. Oh yeah, in the middle we have Raven Queen, Apple White. So when I read this one, I enjoyed it, but I gave it 3 stars because at the end, everybody forgot what had happened. Like all the character building was for nothing. It made me upset. I was like, I got this at the thrift store I was working there back then for $2.99, but I got an employee discount. Here's some more of the books on the back. I haven't yet to find Gun Fairs of them all. And then we have the Must Have and Earth High crossover. What's this? The Legend of Shadow High, which has Apple White and Raven Queen on it, along with Dracula and Frankie Must Have by Shannon and Dean Hill. Here's the back. And these pages are so freaking gorgeous. I got this one for $1.99. No, $2.99 at Ollie's. It's one of the maps. I'll put this map at the back. Now, Must Have, I don't know if I ever said it, but Must Have outlived Earth High because Must Have is now in their Generation 3, where they also have like some books coming out. Must Have also has a new comic book coming out, which is pretty darn cool. But I was kind of disappointed when I found the comic book was going back in time. So we're not getting like a Gen 3 comic, we're getting a comic from the Generation 1, which is, I mean, it's fine. But I'm not a big fan of Generation 1 characters. Only characters I care about the most are the ones from the Gore Friends, which is Venus Flytrap, the Steam Girl. See, give me a second. These 3. These 3 are my main favorites because they're actually nice compared to all the other characters I've noticed in Must Have. Well, the characters they tend to show off the most in the original Must Have. So here we have 4 of the Suzanne Selfridge books, which these are so gorgeous, by the way. Here is Next Top Villain that has Duchess Swan and Lizzie Hart's on it. I always wanted Duchess Swan though, but I can never find one. On here on the side, you have the little everything. Inside. There's also like these companion books called the Destiny Do-Overs. They're like little journals where you can do a destiny over. When you find a page that has like the narrator logo on it, alright, here we go. If it has narrator logo on the page, that means you can change the destiny. Which is pretty cool. And then we have book 2, which is Kiss and Spell, with Gingerbread House on it, Goldilocks, and the Frog Prince's son. She thinks she turned him into a frog, but in reality, he turns to a frog when he's nervous, if I remember correctly. I got this one for $1.99. There we go. And the page got a very similar setup. This one says Disney Do Over. And then we have the one that I stopped halfway through because I didn't want to read it for the other ones. And this has Darling, Charming, Dexter Charming, and Daring Charming, and they're all siblings. It's a semi-charming kind of life. And Darling is a damsel in distress, but she doesn't like damsel in distress in class. She would rather be a knight like her brothers, but they won't let her, which is unfortunate. That's what happened. But like, and also, this is supposed to be Applewhite's Prince Charming, and he was supposed to save, spoilers right now, he was supposed to save Applewhite when Applewhite got put into a deep sleep, but his kiss didn't work. Darling's worked. Darling was the one that saved Applewhite from her deep sleep. So I think this was supposed to be Applewhite's Princess Charming, or Prince Charming. But I guess they never went through with it because I don't know what happened after that, because I didn't watch the show much when that happened. I might have to go through the show again. But I think she's supposed to be the one for Applewhite, which probably goes against their story entirely, like most student stories do, and her being she's a rebel while pretending to be a royal. So who knows? You know, same page is just the same on this side. And then last we have this one by Suzanne, and this is Once Upon a Pet, which is a collection of pet stories. I got this for $1.99 too, and it has Maddie Hatter on it. I think on Goldilocks, but it's Snow White's daughter, and then Dexter. That's not the back. Also, I got this from Dollar Tree. I don't know if I mentioned it. And then the last one I have here is Once Upon a Twist, which another one I picked up at Dollar Tree. There's Dexter right here on the front as the wolf, and then Cerise Hood. And Cerise Hood is the daughter of Little Red and Some Wolf. I don't know which wolf, but it's Little Red and Some Wolf, if I remember correctly. And there's nothing really special about the inside of this book, so I'm not going to show it. But there's the back. The author is, because the author on the front. The page is pretty cool. And there's a lot of books in this series also. Hopefully I end up getting the rest of them. I also have a 5-minute story version of the Ever Have books and stuff. So there's that one also, but it's over there up under the table, and I don't feel like grabbing it. A lot of people didn't know the books existed, but a lot of people actually read the books without like watching the show or knowing the dolls existed. And a lot of people only know the dolls, a lot of people only know the show. A lot of people don't know there's dolls, shows, and books, which I was like a big Ever Have fan growing up, so I knew about everything that they had. So it's kind of cool to have these books, because this is like my main thing I collect is these, the must-have books, and eventually the Queer Girls, when I like getting more of those. So I tend to find most of those are Ollie's. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you read any of these books. I think I'm missing like 10 more books, or even more than 10 books in the Ever series. There's so many. But let me know if you read these books. Have you watched the show? Do you have any dolls? Do you prefer Must Have to Ever? Would you like Must Have to make more books? And would you like Ever to make a comeback like Must Have did? I'm really hoping Ever gets a chance to make a comeback. Like, please. I like the Must Have, but still wasn't a fan of Must Have growing up because the characters were kind of mean. I do prefer the new Must Have characters because they're not as mean. But I would like to see Ever get a whole reboot, which would be nice. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching my video. Bye-bye.